Hello friends, this is Kinsley and welcome to my channel. Today I want to bring to your attention the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship opportunity, which I believe will be of benefit to many. The Mastercard Foundation, which is one of the largest foundations in the world, has scholarship opportunities focused almost exclusively on Africa. Interestingly, there are a wide range of courses of studies that are eligible for these scholarships, and these courses include agricultural and applied sciences, so things like forestry, land and food systems, agricultural chemistry, animal sciences, biotechnology, occupational health. It also has courses in sciences from data sciences, fields of study like architecture, education, arts, including psychology and political sciences. Other science courses include biostatistics, epidemiology, food sciences, public health, public policy, information studies, and a broad range of engineering sciences, including chemical, mechanical, mining, and material engineering. Currently, 3 universities in Canada, namely the University of Toronto, University of British Columbia, and the McGill University in Montreal, partner with the Mastercard Foundation to administer these scholarships. Application for these scholarships at these 3 universities are currently open, and I'll just quickly walk you through the application process, the requirement, and other things you need to know to be able to make a successful application. So right off, we'll start with the University of British Columbia. And before I start, I just want to say that although this scholarship is for both undergraduate and master's program, the undergraduate quota at the University of British Columbia and McGill University are already filled. So as of the moment, only master's students are currently being accepted for these scholarship programs at the UBC and McGill University. So what does the application process looks like at the University of British Columbia? First off, you have to know the eligibility and selection criteria. So to be eligible for consideration for this scholarship, you must show the following. 1, that you've completed a bachelor's degree program, and 2, that you don't already possess a graduate or a PhD degree, 3, that you are 35 years or younger, and 4, that you're a citizen of a sub-Saharan African country, and 5, that you must also demonstrate a financial need, that you really need the scholarship, amongst other criteria that you can find on the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Program page on the University of British Columbia website. The courses you can apply to at the University of British Columbia, like I did mention before, include the following. So you can apply to courses at the Faculty of Forestry, and that will be like things like Masters of Sustainable Forest Management, Master of International Forestry, Master of Geomatics for Environmental Management. And in the Faculty of Land and Food Systems, you can apply to Masters of Food and Resource Economic, Master of Food Sciences, Master of Land and Water System. While in the Faculty of Science, you can apply to the Master of Data Science program. So what are the deadlines for this to make a full application? The deadlines to make a full application for the first step, which is the admissibility submission, is November 6th of 2020. Step 2, the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program application, the deadline is December 11th of 2020. Step 3, the UBC faculty application. So for you to make an application to the Faculty of Forestry, you must make your full application by January 13th, 2021. To the Faculty of Land and Food Systems, you must make a full application by January 8, 2021. And to the Faculty of Sciences, you must make a full application by January 8, also 2021. So what are the application steps? The first step is the admissibility submissions. So here, first off, you want to decide your program of interest from the list I just talked about. 2, you want to make sure that you meet the minimum academic requirements, listed for that program, and also the minimum requirement listed for the Mastercard Foundation program. 3, you want to consult the Mastercard Foundation program website to determine if you possess the appropriate background experiences that is needed to be able to apply for the scholarship. If you have met all these minimal academic requirements and the appropriate background requirement, then you complete the eligibility verification form. And that form simply is to verify your eligibility for this scholarship. Now, these forms you can complete until November 6th of 2020. Step 2, after you've completed these forms, and if it is required, you have to also submit your English proficiency test scores, which is either the TOEFL or the IELTS, and you send these results to the University of British Columbia. Step 3, you then have to complete the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program eligibility package, and I'll just walk you through how you're going to do that. Now, remember again that this package, is due for submission by December 11th. And again, you have to submit this completed package electronically in a single document PDF via email. So you've completed it in a single document as a PDF and you send via email. And that email address you can find on the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Program website. So, in addition, in order for the selection committee to determine eligibility for this scholarship, you must, again, like I said before, 1, demonstrate financial need. 2, you must show commitment to give back. And 3, you have to show how your education will contribute towards the transformation of your community or your country in Africa. So these are the steps you're going to take to fill out this eligibility package. First, complete the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program eligibility form. Make sure, I would advise you to fill it online rather than hand filling them, because it's more legible when you type in and fill it online. The second thing you need to do is to submit your personal statement, just like a statement of personal interest. And there you want to tell them first your story. So you want to tell them, what is of importance to you, and also just give them a picture of who you are. In that same statement of personal statement, you want to describe a recent meaningful involvement in your community, including what your role was and what activities you partook in. And this typically where we talk about your volunteer experiences. The third thing you still want to do under the personal statement is that you want to tell them why you're interested in studying at the University of British Columbia and how you envision your program of study will help you to reach your long-term career and personal goals, and what again drives you to achieve your goals. And again, you also want to describe a situation where you had to overcome a difficult obstacle or a difficult challenge to reach your goal. And finally, any other thing, about you, about your financial situation that can also help them make an appropriate decisions, to consider you for this scholarship, you also want to include. After you've done that, you want to submit your CV. Your CV must include any relevant education and work experiences. And I really want you to watch my YouTube video on writing, understanding CV, as that can guide you on how to write this CV. And again, after that, you want to provide 2 reference letters. And you need to be asking your referees, to speak extensively to your community service, your volunteering abilities, and your leadership potential. And your referees should send these letters, directly to the Mastercard Foundation program, via email. And these letters must reach them by December 11th of 2020. And again, you also want to attach a legible copy of your unofficial transcripts and submit all these documents, the eligibility forms, the personal statement, the CVs, the reference letters, which must be on official letterheads, the transcript, and then you sign the forms, and then submit this entire package as one PDF, and email this PDF to the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Program email that is provided again on their website. And most importantly, please make sure that your forms are properly signed. And then step 4, which is now the UBC faculty application. So you apply online. So once your Mastercard Foundation application is completed, you receive an email with instructions on how to submit an online application, and then you can submit your application to the specific faculty at the UBC you're interested in, and then you pay the application fee. Now, you may also be eligible for a fee waiver, so just check that there's a link on the UBC website where you can check if you're eligible for a fee waiver, And then after all this is done, the next step is the review process. So in February of 2021, the different faculties that are participating in this program, we nominate eligible candidates, for this Mastercard Foundation Scholarship, and then university-wide selection committee will review the scholarship applications, rank them, select the award recipient, and then shortlisted candidates will be contacted in February and invited to submit a video interview. Again, I want you to watch out for my YouTube video on how to ace your online interviews, as I believe that will be very helpful for you to prepare for your video interview. And then in the April of 2021, the Mastercard Foundation Scholar Award recipients will be contacted, and then an official announcement of the award recipients will be made. Okay, so let's talk about the application process for the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship at the McGill University in Montreal. Eligibility criteria are similar to what is obtained for that at the University of British Columbia. I just want to point out one difference, and that is you must be nominated by a current McGill professor or staff member from the department you wish to apply to. So there is a nomination form at the University of at the McGill University website. So you need to fill out that form, indicate which specific department you are applying to, and a current professor or staff member will have to nominate you. Other than that, the other criteria are similar to what I just talked about previously. And you must also have an exceptional record of service and activity in your school and in your community. And these other criteria you can find on the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at the McGill University website. Again, eligibility countries, like I previously mentioned, same, countries in Sub-Saharan Africa, including Nigeria, are eligible. And the eligible program of study, I do find that the programs of study at the McGill University is more extensive. So you have eligible master's program here includes masters of architecture, masters of education, the masters of art, including counseling psychology, political science, master of sciences, including bioresource engineering, biostatistics, epidemiology, food sciences, public health, different courses in engineering, different courses in masters of sciences in applied sciences, masters of information studies, masters of public policies, masters of social work. So there's a broad range of courses that you can apply to at the McGill University. And I really want you to look at these courses. If they apply to you, take advantage of this scholarship opportunity and apply to it. And a few courses are ineligible. I just want to quickly point that out. And courses like dentistry, medicine, law, theology, they are all ineligible for this program. So just important dates you should pay attention to. First is that the application period is already open. It opened in September. of 2020. And then the deadline to submit the application for admission, varies, and that varies depending on the different departments you want to apply to. So I just advise you to take a quick look at the different departments you're applying to and then note their application deadline. The deadline to submit a Mastercard Foundation supporting documents is January 31st, 2021. And by April 1st of 2021, notifications of offers by the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program Selection Committee will be made to the successful candidates. Now, quickly, deadline to request a nomination for a program in the Faculty of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences at the McGill Universities, October 30th, 2020. So if you're interested in that faculty, in that course of study, please pay attention and act quickly. The deadline for public health is November 1st, 2020. You still have some time. For epidemiology, biostatistics, and occupational health is November 15th, 2020. For electrical engineering is December 1st, 2020. For agriculture and political science is also December 1st, 2020. So let me just quickly walk you through the step-by-step application process, and it's pretty straightforward. Remember again, this is for master's applicants, and the first thing you want to do is that you have to identify a program of interest. You have to consult the department and make sure you meet the requirements, for the department and the standard graduate admission requirements, and just make sure you meet those requirements. And once you meet this minimum requirement, you then can request nomination from the department via email. This request should include the following information enclosed. You have to enclose your university transcript, unofficial transcript, I'm assuming, your CV. Again, please refer to my video on how to write a very, very outstanding CV. And again, a short personal statement. And when you include all these documents, you send to the specific department via email and they request a nomination. Then the nomination is made by the department, and once you are nominated, you will then be prompted to create an account on the McGill University application portal, and then you share the username with the nominating department. And also, once you are nominated, you will be issued a fee waiver, and then you can complete the admission application online. And then when you've done this, you should also upload the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program application form, which you have filled out, your sponsor's letter, your bank statement, and other documents that is required, and upload them to the You Apply portal, which is the online portal for this application. And also, please, very importantly, request that your referees complete the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Program recommendation form and return the completed form by email to the specific email indicated on the website, which is mcf-scholars@mcgill.ca. And once all the requested documents have been received, the department will then review your application, and you will then be, if you are selected, then your application is then pre-screened, and then you then moved on to the selection committee for review. And successful applicants will be notified in April of 2021. Application for the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship to the University of Toronto has similar eligibility criteria and similar application processes, so I want to go over that all over again. But it's pretty similar to what I've described for the University of British Columbia and the McGill University. So do well to just check the website at the University of Toronto and make your applications, but very similar criteria, very similar processes. So this Mastercard Foundation Scholarship, the value. So what is the value of this scholarship? It's a full scholarship. It's a full scholarship that covers all expenses, including startup costs for clothing, laptop, clothing, laptop, your tuition, your accommodation with meals. Believe that with meals, your books, your immigration costs, your travel, as well as a monthly stipend. So it's a very good scholarship that I believe you can take advantage of. You can access and achieve your study abroad dreams. So that brings us to the end of this video on the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship that is designated mostly for African candidates. So as always, feel free to subscribe to my video if you've not already done so, and also feel free to share with as many as you think might benefit from this. All right, you take good care. I'll talk with you again soon, and bye.